G'day everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'll be giving you 10 tips you can use to help you region guess the United States, as it's a very big country and knowing tips will definitely help. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll just get started with the video. The first tip of the day here is going to be this teal turquoise colored license plate. When you see this license plate in the US, you're going to be in the state of New Mexico. Keep in mind though that New Mexico doesn't only use this plate, they can also use this yellow license plate. There's any good examples? Yeah, this one here. They commonly use these yellow license plates, which can be found in a few other states, such as Alaska, New York, and even New Jersey. But if you see this teal colored one, you're only going to be in the state of New Mexico. Right, next one here, more of a landscape tip here. We are in northwestern Nebraska, and a good way to recognize northwest Nebraska is with this kind of these sand hills, which are these kind of hills with these dirt patches, along with this prairie style grass as well. It just got this very distinct look to it. Once you see it, you'll never forget it. Along with these kind of rolling hills, this kind of landscape is very, very typical of northwestern Nebraska. So if you see something kind of around like this in the US, you know where to guess. Next tip here, we are in Sioux Falls in South Dakota, and a good way to recognize this area is the red roads. I have to shout out Diana for this one, as he really taught me this tip originally, so I'm just stealing that one from him. So shout outs to Diana. But yeah, the red roads can be found elsewhere in the US, but they are most commonly found just around the Sioux Falls in southeastern South Dakota. So yeah, if you see a road has a particular pinkish red tint to it, you should probably guess somewhere around there. Next one here, we are in California, and sometimes on the road lines in California, you'll have the double yellows like you always do in the US, but you'll have this black strip in between the double yellow lines, which is only found in California. Of course, not all roads will have this in California, but if you do see them with the black strip between, you are going to be in California. Next one is this bollard here. This bollard with this black rectangle with a white reflector inside of it on a metal signpost is going to be in Nevada. This is a Nevada bollard. Here's another one here. Please have a quick look around here. As you can see, this one's been doubled, but yeah, as you can see, this bollard is pretty unique looking, pretty memorable, and whenever you see it, you know you're going to be in the great state of Nevada. Next one, we are in Wisconsin, and if you see an Australian looking bollard with a black reflector instead of a red one, you're going to be in Wisconsin. That's my best way of remembering it. As I'm from Australia, I see these bollards everywhere, but they've got a black reflector instead of a red one. So yeah, these are most commonly found on intersections, especially there's one here, there's one just there, over here, but they're not too common just around the main parts of the roads, and they're not super common, but if you do see them, you will know where to guess. Right, here we go. We are in North Carolina, and sometimes on their signposts, especially on stop signposts, they'll have these little white markings with numbers and arrows. Sometimes the arrows can be pointing both ways, sometimes they're pointing one way. But yeah, these little signs on the side of stop signs are going to be North Carolina exclusive. I don't think you can find these anywhere else. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but yeah, these signs will only be in the state of North Carolina. Right, here we are. We are in Maine, and this kind of architecture applies to most of the coastal New England area. So way up northeast around Maine, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, that kind of area. Vermont, New Hampshire, yeah, that kind of area. Mainly coastal though. And it's usually this overlaid wooden sort of paneling where the wood is kind of overlapping each other like this kind of thing. It's even more apparent sort of around here. This is another version of it where it's a lot bigger, the planks, but you can still see that they're kind of overlapping. I can see another example here. Yeah, this one's not a pretty good example too, actually, where they're just over the top of each other. And yeah, if you see this kind of architecture on the houses in just a suburban area, you're probably going to be in the New England area, which is this area really up here, so sort of around coastal Maine down to Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, slightly maybe to New York, but mainly common up this New England area up here. So yeah, that's a really good tip to know. It can really help you out when you're region guessing. Right, we are here in Texas, and this HEB supermarket is exclusive to Texas. You will not find this in any other state. These HEB markets are mainly found in the big cities like Houston, Austin, and all those big cities around there, Fort Worth as well. But yeah, those are only found in Texas. If you just see them anywhere, they're pretty noticeable. And you'll get an easy state trick if you just see these supermarkets around. And the last tip here, I have to shout out IC3P for this one because I learned this from him, but it's also on the USA Plonker Guide. And it's Interstate 19 south of Tucson in Arizona. And the unique thing is they use kilometers for all their distances. So if you see a sign that says kilometers instead of miles as they usually use in the US, you're going to be on Interstate 19, which is this road running from Tucson, is just here, all the way down to the Mex border right here in southern Arizona. And yeah, this tip is very good to know as you can get like at 4,950 or whatever it is. You'll get a really good guess either way if you line up the road angle. And yeah, that's a good thing to know because they use kilometers here, whereas the rest of the US uses miles. So yeah, guys, that'll conclude the video. Hope you did enjoy. Stay tuned for more videos like this. My name is Stream over on Twitch, so go follow me there. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.